Hey all, so I've managed to set up a team that can defeat the Outer Plane Envoy Major Numerous in under 3 minutes. It uses creatures and Final Fantasy X characters. There's no hacks or cheats involved in this team. So let me show you the battle, then afterwards I will talk through how I did this. So here we go.
So, you too seek freedom from this painful life?
Alright, so now I'm going to talk through how I managed to set this up. Bear in mind this can only be done on the HD remaster. The original X-2 game didn't have the creature creation section, therefore you won't be able to get Tidus, Auron and Seymour. It also doesn't have the Outer Plane Envoy Major Numerous boss, so it would be kind of difficult to do it on that. Also bear in mind this will contain spoilers, so if you don't like spoilers, you may want to skip some of this. Anyway, onto the actual team itself. You can see here, Tidus, Auron and Seymour are all pretty much maxed out on the stats. The important skills here are attack and quick attack. The other 3 skills I have put as healing skills: full life, full cure and auto life. They're not really essential skills, but if you don't fill up all of the skills, you sometimes learn character-specific skills during the battle. For example, Tidus can learn Blitz Ace, and when he uses that skill, it slows things down quite a lot. So maybe not the best thing to happen. Seymour, for example, can actually learn his Requiem skill. Auron has quite a few good skills as well that he can learn, but they're just not really suitable for what I'm trying to set up. Right, so onto the skills themselves. I'm not going to actually unlearn any of the skills, it's just to show you attack, quick attack, full life, full cure and auto life, then break HP limit, break damage limit, auto wall, auto haste. Those 4 skills are learned from using accessories. If we go back over to here, it's the accessories section here that you learn these skills from. For example, auto haste requires speed bracers, 3 of them, but since the auto abilities are already at the maximum, I can't learn anything else. Ribbon is used by equipping the mascot dress spear on the character. Then double all and spell spring are from the accessories I actually have equipped. If we go over to the equip section, Key to Success gives the double all ability and Ragnarok gives the spell spring ability. So there we go, that's how I have managed to set up my creatures. So there are other ways of defeating this boss. One method is by using a very specific garment grid, the Last Resort grid. It has the hidden hero drink ability. When you get that going on all 3 characters, you're basically invincible for the rest of the battle. If you wanted to defeat this boss using Yuna, Riku and Pain, that's pretty much the only way I know of doing it. Go around the entire garment grid as quickly as possible, then use those hero drinks on everyone before you get hit too much. You might be wondering how I managed to max out all of the stats, and well, it was a very, very long grind. If we go over to the creatures, let's go over to Kumari. Now, maxing out the stats up to 255, for example, strength and defense, wasn't actually too hard. I just used Iron Dukes to do this, and each Iron Duke increases all of the stats by 10, plus increases HP and MP slightly. That might sound like a very, very difficult way to increase all of the stats, but Major Numerous sometimes drops 5 Iron Dukes per head you defeat, so you can get a maximum of 20 from the boss. When you are defeating it in 3 minutes, the Iron Dukes can stack up really quickly, making it incredibly easy to get all the stats up. Hopefully that made sense. And for the HP, I was actually using Crystal Bangles. They increase HP by 55 each time. I know that sounds like it's going to take ages, but one of the enemies drops a Crystal Bangle each time, plus drops an absolute ton of gil. Let me go over and show you what I mean. The boss you want for this is the Machina Panzer. It's unlocked from one of the early cups, so shouldn't be too difficult to unlock. You can fight this without creatures as well. If you have 3 Lady Luck dress spears fully leveled up, then it will double the gil you get 3 times over. So originally it gives 10,000 gil, it will go up to 80,000 gil. So in other words, multiplied by 8. Also works with creatures that have the double all ability. So let's go ahead and fight this once just to show you what I mean.
So, you too seek freedom from this painful life?
Yeah, and that's the boss defeated with the creatures. That was ridiculously quick. You'll see what I mean though after we see the items that I got from this boss and the gil. It still takes a very long time though, even with this method, but you can see here 80,000 gil plus a crystal bangle. The gil goes up relatively quickly if you just farm this boss over and over. Of course, this is still a pretty tedious method, so what you can do is set this up to basically play itself, so to speak, then go and do something else. It's going to take you probably at least 20 to 30 hours to get all of the characters maxed, probably longer if I'm being honest. So that's something to bear in mind anyway. And if you haven't obtained Tidus, Auron and Seymour yet, you unlock them all from the Farplane Cup, which is here. You're going to have to get a very long way into the creature creation section of the game though to unlock that cup, so just be aware of that. You will probably want a guide in all fairness, as some of the creatures are quite difficult to get. And there we go, I think we're about done with that. So there we go, I'm going to end the video at this point. I hope that was interesting. If you did enjoy this video, please do give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing is always very much appreciated. If you want to see a slightly weaker version of this team take on Tremor, and the battle is really crazy, may I add, then please check out the video on the screen. You can also subscribe from here if you want to do so. And thanks for watching.